The number one thing I want them all to do is to have a positive experience and graduate.
Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Kim. It's a Saturday at Cal State University Fullerton. I'm out here to provide some consultancy support for students who are at the midpoint in their instructional design and technology course.
So today our students will be discussing their master's project and the various research elements that go into their master's project.
Instead of a master's thesis here, what students have the opportunity to do is they have a chance to design something that requires instructional design and technology for whatever field that they're in.
So they go through an iteration process and they talk about their project, and each time they talk about it with a different faculty member, and by the end of the rotations, they have a sound, positive idea of how to move forward with their master's project.
You know, when it comes to like teaching and education, we're used to instructional design. We have lesson plans, we have objectives, goals, assessments, instructions, right? But oftentimes in the workplace, as someone is being onboarded, that's not always the case.
They're looking at the target audience, the instructional design elements, the learning theories, the assessment part of it, and what they're actually going to do for their master's project.
My understanding is today there'll be an opportunity to have multiple rounds of consultancy. I'll just be in one team, but they'll have a chance to get feedback from multiple people.
So in the first rotation, they meet with their faculty member, and their faculty member will ask them guiding questions, which helps them think more deeply about their project and the different components that go into their master's project. And then they really have time to talk about it and think about things. And it's the guiding questions that help them to clarify their ideas.
When you get feedback, I hope the kind of feedback that we provide gives ideas for what one might do, ideas for what one could do, or spark new ideas. And there's gonna be 3 rounds of that today.
Then after the first rotation, the group is a cohesive group, and they move to the second rotation, which is with a different faculty member who then share their ideas again about their master's project. They receive more feedback from their faculty member, and then their ideas become clearer and clearer. And then they move to the final rotation, and by that time, they've already talked about their project in depth from different aspects with different people, and they've really solidified their project ideas so that when it's time for them to actually begin working on their project, they have a great idea about where they're going and how to get there.
Later down the line is also some feedback from someone in the field who's actually working in instructional design, giving specific feedback as well.
The number one thing for them is to stay focused. They have an idea, they know how they're going to get there, and they need to continue to work on it and stay focused. Try to avoid as many distractions as possible, because if they stay on target, then they'll graduate on time. I think the number one thing I want them all to do is to have a positive experience and graduate.